Okay, hi, my name is Rob Melnick. I'm a faculty member in the School of Sustainability. And to be more precise, I'm actually a professor of practice in the School of Sustainability. And I'm mentioning this to you because I thought you might be interested in knowing the difference between a professor of practice and a professor. Professors and instructors in the school and elsewhere at ASU have taught and conducted research, and that's the primary roles that they have. That's the primary criteria on which they're judged and which they get selected to be members of the faculty. Professors of practice are a little different. They have the same criteria for becoming faculty, but they also would have had to practice their trade, use their expertise in the so-called real world outside the university to have an impact. In my case, I was director and head of research for several think tanks, if you will, policy research groups that intend to do research to help decision makers, elected and appointed officials at state, government, federal government, and local levels make decisions about what's best for their constituents. In my case, I spent much of my time working with mayors and to a certain extent with governors and legislators, developing policies and programs and evaluations that help them to make the world more sustainable. So I teach urban sustainability. And one of the things that I focus on a lot is simply how do we deal with the fact that in the next 50 years, the world is going to be increasingly more urbanized. People are moving off the land everywhere in the world, but especially in the Southeast Asia. And we are becoming urbanized increasingly to the point where cities will probably by the year 2050 have 80 to 85% of the population. How do you put that many people in cities and make them sustainable? How do you keep the air and the water clear for them? How do you protect public safety? How do you deal with hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of homeless people? All of these are sustainability problems, ones that I've tried to help by doing research, by teaching, by consulting with city leaders who are concerned about the well-being and the future of themselves and their constituents. One of the pieces of research, for example, that I'm working on with both an undergraduate and one of my graduate students is the concept of partisanship and sustainability. That is, how does a local decision maker, be it a mayor or a city council person, or for that matter, the head of transportation or someone in public works or social services, how do they get a public policy passed with the word sustainability in it when we have an incredibly divided world, a partisan world, if you will, where the word sustainability, unfortunately, for some people creates very negative connotations of welfare and things that they don't want to spend money on. On the other hand, no one's really against sustainability, but they may be against the concept of sustainability. So one of the research pieces I'm working on is to figure out the best ways that local officials can make public policies work, get them passed, get them in play, get them funded to make cities more sustainable by navigating through this landmine of partisanship. With that, let me simply say that I've really enjoyed working in sustainability. The challenge has been great. The challenge will get greater, and I leave it to you to solve all of the world's problems.